Welcome to another episode of Sims Reality. We have a couple ladies here tonight. We're going to go around the circle and we're going to ask certain questions. Introduce your name.
Hello, I'm Star Status.
And what do you do for work?
What I do for work, I'm actually a screening officer at the airport.
Terminal 1 or Terminal 3?
Terminal 1.
Okay, and how long have you been doing that for?
It's pretty fresh, like 6 months now.
And single?
Yeah.
How long have you been single for?
I'd say about a year and a half.
Okay, and what was your longest relationship?
2 years.
2 years, okay. Okay, cool. What's your name?
Scarlett.
And occupation?
Occupation.
Like, what
I
do you
used to be a claims examiner. Right now I'm freelancer, translation, Arabic, English.
And are you currently working or no?
No, just freelancing. I used to be a claims examiner, life and health insurance.
And single?
Single.
Single, okay. How long have you been single for?
Since 2019,
Okay. And what was your longest relationship?
maybe 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Okay, so I'm Neethi. I am a research coordinator at a hospital, so I do research in psychiatry. Single for a year, and longest relationship was 3 years.
So how long were you doing your occupation for? Like how many years have you been doing that?
2 years.
Okay. And what were you doing prior to that?
I was in school.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what'd you study? Like
Psychology.
okay. Okay, cool. And what's up?
I'm nervous. You guys did a good job. My name is Alicia. I'm a painter, so I own a painting company. You gotta ask me again. Okay, I am single.
Okay.
I'm newly single. My longest relationship was 8 years with 2 people, you know.
Okay.
And then what else did you ask?
Sorry, I forgot to ask. So everyone's age. What was your age?
Oh, I'm 30.
30. So what was your age again?
23.
And then yours?
31.
I'm holding on to this 29 for about 2 more months.
Okay. And sorry. And then your occupation was are you a painter?
Yeah, I'm a painter.
And you've been doing that for how long?
3 years, a year on my own. And not like painting like graffiti and stuff, like houses.
Oh, okay. I
Yes.
thought it was like
Yes.
okay. I thought it was like art.
Construction.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
True. And then prior to that, what were you doing?
Whatever was around.
And what was your highest education?
My highest education? I went to college for makeup, which I don't recommend you guys do.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we have Ace here.
What's up? What up?
You guys already know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go to the table, ask a couple questions first. First question is, why do men cheat?
Well, damn. It's right in there.
Straight into the water.
What's the reasoning for men cheating? And it's
Reason.
That literally popped in my head. I don't know if I could answer that. I feel like that's a man's question.
well, from a woman's perspective, why do you think men cheat?
A lot of them think the grass is greener.
Yes, I can agree with that.
Okay,
Grass is greener.
okay, I'll give my answers at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think?
I feel like it's a loaded answer. I feel like there's many different reasons. It could be that's what they're taught from they're young. I've watched guys with their sons teach them to be a gallus. There's watching from what they see, watching their fathers cheat. There's the fact that they're sexual beings. I don't know,
Okay.
not happy, or like she said, the grass is greener on the other side.
Okay, you're up.
I just think it's psychological in a way. Like it depends on everybody. Like we cannot generalize everybody. But I would say like sometimes they think there's something better out there than what they have. Sometimes they don't want to be committed to somebody, so they want to just like play around with everybody and then act like, you know, like I'm with you, but like I'm not really actually with you. But like, yeah, like it depends, you know, like it depends. Sometimes he can be loyal. It depends on his mindset and the girl he wants to be with, because he can be loyal to somebody and then he can be cheating with somebody else. But like there's zillions of reasons why men are cheating, like, or why would they cheat, like, you know.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about you?
Yeah, I think there's like kind of similar. Like there's many reasons, but I would say like definitely being comfortable, and then I feel like sometimes wanting like excitement or like wanting to almost like prove to themselves that they still have it.
Ego.
Like especially
Ego
after a
for
couple
sure.
years. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then how about yourself?
Yeah, just like, I don't know, I feel like the grass is greener, but not just because they want something else, just maybe they're not able to, I don't want to use the word handle, because you don't want to feel like someone has to handle you, but like, when shit gets tough, some people just can't see that it's going to work out, or they just don't want to deal with it. So they tend to just kind of, if that's an easier route, whether it's talking to someone or calling someone or investing time in someone else, I feel that could lead to maybe feeling that there's a better relationship with that person, which could lead them to cheating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ace, you want to take this one, or do you?
Yeah. I mean, as a man myself, I think men don't cheat. Like that's kind of like a general statement. Men don't really cheat. Women cheat, men cheat. Like, you know what I mean? Both parties cheat, I feel like.
Okay, that's what you're trying to say.
Women cheat. It's a lot easier for men to cheat. And I say this just like strictly from a man's point of view, because as a man, I know a lot of other men, right? And a lot of men don't cheat simply because they can't.
Yeah.
Number one, simply because they cannot. Don't get it twisted. Not every guy could cheat. Not girls ain't throwing their pussy around to the wackest dudes out there, right? So you can't cheat if it's not the opportunity doesn't present itself, unless you're out there like, you know, doing malicious stuff and raping women. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's different. But like a guy can't cheat because he can't get pussy, but a guy who can cheat does it because he can, and he's wired that way. So it's a very small percent. And I know this for a fact.
Are we speaking on only sexually cheating?
I was gonna ask.
Well, yeah,
that.
I mean, there's only one way to cheat. There's only one way to cheat.
There's
only one way to
emotional.
cheat. So wait, hold on.
You
Sexual.
can emotionally cheat on someone by
Wait, hold on.
investing your time.
But my question for you is
No.
this.
Oh wow, guys, we first of all let's stop right there. I'm gonna pump the brakes right there because
We need to be more specific on the questions.
No. There's no emotional cheating with
Yes,
men.
there is.
I think there is.
Men are logical beings. We're not. You know, you guys. No. I don't.
You guys are,
Nah,
but still,
no,
if you're showing...
I'm gonna call bullshit
I
on
would
that.
say I'm gonna give my answer. The reason why men cheat is because they want variety. That's just straight up what it is. You can have the hottest chick, but you can still fuck another girl and not care about
100%.
anything else, right? Men just always have biologically want variety, right? So that's why men had multiple wives back then as well, right? Going to his point on cheating, I would say this. I want to ask everyone here at the table, what's worse, a man emotionally cheating in the sense where he's spending money, he's spending time, resources, or he's just fucking a chick and that's it?
I don't like any of it.
No, but
I can't deal with
if
either
you
or,
have to pick
whichever
one
way
or the
you
other,
flip
Well,
it.
I don't think the money is tied
I
to
can't
emotion.
choose.
First of
time,
all,
resources, whatever it is.
yeah, then emotional. I think for me would be worse.
I just
Because
don't see
women are
what is the
emotional and
emotions
men are
then?
more physical. So for
Emotions.
us, we've put our loyalty on the table emotionally. For men, like that's our man. Like he's number one. So I expect the same back. That means you can't entertain nobody else.
Yeah.
If I'm only entertaining, if we've been exclusive in that sense, we're only seeing each other and that's it. I like there is no way you're gonna entertain anybody else. There's a respect level where that comes from. You can have friends. You can
Guys
talk
and
to
girls
females.
can't be friends.
So what about the? So what? Hold on.
To a
So
respect level. Like I'm not saying go to her house and hang out, but you know, if she needs to ask you something because you guys have had history, I can't say you can't be friends with her no more because that means I don't trust that person.
So what if your man can't entertain other women? Or like there's that factor as well.
Like he just
That's a huge factor. Like
Like,
that's a stat.
But like, what do you mean by?
Like, 'cause
What do you mean by can't?
yeah,
Like I mean literally can't. Like I mean again, like I said, the opportunity has to be there.
like
That's
they're
just
like what? Not
always
attractive.
There's
Like-
yeah. Like I mean, like you see, like explain to me why there's all these ugly couples out there. Then, like I mean, that's a fact. Like guys, but that's the truth. A guy cannot cheat. A guy cannot cheat. And well, of course, but the eye of the beholder, it all goes back to like the fundamentals of attraction is the first law, right? So if
But
the guy,
if he's ugly, he
if
can always find an ugly girl to cheat with. There's always opportunity, I think.
This is a huge example.
Yeah.
you see, you guys.
Literally.
Yeah, but
But it
cheating
goes
is
back. It goes back to the fact that guys are not emotional creatures. Like we don't cheat. First of all, we don't cheat based on emotions. It's strictly fundamental cheating, right? So
yeah.
that's again going back to first principles. Like a man's not gonna cheat because he's like lonely and he's like, oh, I want love and I want to be hugged and cuddled. Like you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So you gotta just take that out of your mind right away. Like a guy is gonna be strictly like the way he's wired as a man, like back in the caveman days, right? It's in our DNA. So why I say the opportunity has to be there, because again, back to fundamentals, back to first principles. If a guy can't cheat, that's why guys masturbate. That's why a lot more men masturbate more than women. Like that's another
Well,
stat,
they just
right?
about that.
Because
You
it's
can be in a relationship and still masturbate a lot.
exactly now. Would that be considered cheating? That's another question.
that's not
Would you
No,
consider
you're
that
cheating
cheating?
yourself.
But why?
Exactly.
No,
You see?
but here's the
You
thing
see
though.
what I'm saying?
Is
That's
that
the case with
is
bitches,
that
then.
is that going back to his point is that the intention of it is still technically in most women's mind is cheating because you're jerking off to someone else. You're jerking off to a different woman,
I
right?
guess I've never.
But it's not the
ever
physical
thought
person
of
right
that
in front of your
myself.
face, though. So how?
No, but what I'm saying is that the intention is still there, though, right? Like
we have eyes everyone's gonna see and be
Yeah.
attracted to different people. You're not only gonna be attracted to your partner. So no.
But that's what
I
I'm
don't
trying to
agree
say
with
is that that's why it's okay for men to cheat and not for females to cheat. Because here's the thing: when men cheat, it's strictly physical. There's nothing to it really.
Not
It's
all
just
the time.
it's
And there's
majority
women
of
who
time.
cheat
Majority of
just for
time.
physical, and it's
Majority of
not
time.
mental too.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you is that it really doesn't matter for men to cheat because men just want to bust a nut and that's it and walk away.
Some girls just wanna
Yeah.
come.
No, because no, because
Good
most
friends.
and those girls
Yeah.
and girls that do that
I'm like, you want to snuggle?
and girls that do that are valued less because that's how it is in society, right? As a woman, if you go out and you're promiscuous, your sexual value goes down.
Absolutely.
That's just how it is. It's always been like,
That's
Yeah.
that's haram.
right?
That's haram.
It's haram,
That's pure
right?
haram.
Whereas a man,
Haram.
whereas a man goes off.
I'm gonna start talking because I come from the Middle East and you can't be saying these stuff.
where-
It is, but it is though. It is, it
Whereas
is,
the
it is.
man, if he goes out and he gets multiple different partners, he's respected. That's why people like Hugh Hefner, Dan Brazilian are so idolized because the reason why it's idolized is because when men go out and they try getting laid, it's very difficult. We respect things that are very
Exactly.
difficult.
I bet you those men are very lonely.
No,
deep
but
down inside.
they're respected
they're
by.
not.
I believe it.
No, they're not.
Everybody craves
It's a
that
coping
one
mechanism.
person.
And you can have that person, and that's fine. But most men
But
are
what
still
we-
going to go out and
yeah.
seek other chicks.
Okay, but you said they're respected. They're respected by other men.
Yeah, by other men,
Yes.
not by
Not
us.
by women.
Yeah.
But,
Not by us.
but why do you care about a woman's respect? Actually, no. You know what? No. I'll say this. I'll say this. I'll say this.
Okay.
I'll
Bring
this.
us on the side.
I'll say this as well. Hold on.
Shots,
Okay.
shots.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you want to be with a man that every girl wants to be with?
I don't care for that.
No, no.
Like
answer that
it would
question.
depend. Like, why does every girl want to be with
Yeah,
him?
like, what is the
like?
reason?
What's the reason?
Status, money,
Do
good
they want to
looking.
be with him because he's a good man?
6 foot,
Sure,
all
yeah,
those things.
Not because
Hold on,
he's a
hold on.
Not
hoe.
necessarily.
So you don't want to be with a man. So if you show your girl,
Yeah.
hey, this is my man, and your girl's like, ugh, that's not going to change your mindset right away.
No, I think if
No.
you're mature, it won't. Like, I feel
Because
like it's
females
not a,
work on a basis of if everyone else finds this man attractive, I'm going to find him attractive. That's why when you go to a club with a guy with a bunch of girls, instantly he becomes more attractive because females draw to that. Females want to
not-
realize.
I don't
I'm
think
attracted
so.
to
I'm
that
the
guy.
dude in
No.
the corner
I'm the
that's
opposite.
mean mugging everybody.
No.
Like, I don't want
So
you
you're
to
telling me,
talk
so
to
no, so,
everybody.
I like
hold
the
on.
dude in the
So you're
corner,
telling me
not talking to
that
nobody.
you guys don't want a man that is desirable by most females.
As long as he's desirable by
That's
me.
not the reason why.
Yeah.
That's all
No,
I
but
care
I'm
about.
saying that though. I'm saying that
But
in general though.
that's a good question because think about it. Why is she saying she wants a low key man? Because they are less likely to cheat. That's my whole point. That's my whole
No,
thesis.
no.
Even
No,
men
but
sometimes
no.
they
Subconsciously,
date women
subconsciously,
that
deep
are
down
less
inside, that's what you
beautiful
mean,
because
right?
they don't have that
No.
much. Like some men date like less beautiful girls. I don't want to say like that.
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
As you said.
Yeah.
But just because he doesn't want all the attention on the girl too.
No,
Yes.
no, men.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
men.
Yes.
Hold on.
That's a real thing.
Oh no!
That's a
Hold on,
real
hold on,
thing.
hold on.
I'm not subscribing.
One percent at a time.
No, no, no,
One
no.
1%. No. Men.
Yes.
No.
The men who do not date pretty girls, it's because they cannot get the pretty girls.
That's
No.
it.
That's
No.
a fact.
I don't
Most
know.
No, they
Are we
fumble
living
the
in
bag.
bizarro
They
world?
fumble
So you're
the
telling me,
bag.
so you're telling me a
Fumble the
man that becomes rich, has high status, you think he's going to go and out and date a fucking chick that's 5 out of 10,
At
or is
the
he
end
going to
of the
date a
day,
chick that's 8
a
or 9 out of
man
10?
We see it all the
wants
time,
to be
though.
A man would rather a woman who just lets him lead and be protective and like not supply, but like support and everything. So of course we want to make sure that we have all the equals, but at the end of the day, they need to be the man. So whether you're good looking or them to not doesn't matter as long as you're just motherly.
But we're gonna be
and
that
you're
regardless.
nurturing and all these things.
Hold on,
it
hold on,
works
hold on.
with
We're gonna
that.
be the
So
man
you're telling me,
regardless, though.
you're telling me that the number one attribute to men is not looks when trying to find a
I
female.
think looks for everybody, whether
Number
you say
one,
yes or
number
no.
one,
At
number
the end of
one.
the day, attraction is what comes first. Before you even speak, I have to want to
Thank
be
you,
attracted
right?
to you.
Yes, exactly.
Of
There you
course.
go.
But as we get older,
But there's
we start
levels to
realize
attraction. Sometimes it's not
But
always
it's the
just
first. But it's the
physical.
first.
Yeah.
But it's the first.
It is
thing.
first.
But that's
Just-
what I'm
first
trying to
thing,
say
that's
to you
what
is
we're
that
going to.
is that men strictly look at the attribute of okay, is she pretty or is she not? If she's not
We're
pretty,
not
I'm not
disagreeing on
I'm not
that.
going to talk
That's
to you.
a fact.
But that's what I'm trying to say is that the greatest attribute that a female has is her looks, because if she does not have her looks, she will not find a high value man, because high value men will not want to even talk to her. Men value looks because I'll tell you why I value looks. It's because it's status for men.
Of
Men
course.
look good with a female beside her that's pretty.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Right? And at the end of the day, when you look at a man, you look at, hey, is he going to provide for me? Is he does he have status? Does he have money? Is he gonna protect me? All those things. So those things come into play when you're trying to look for a partner. Whereas most men, they're looking for two things: looks and nurturing skills.
And women know this. Where do you think that term "bad bitches" came from? That came from women. Well, you guys know this. You should everybody at this table knows this. Like, there's no guy. I don't know any guy on this planet that's gonna want an ugly girl. There's no guy. There's no guy. No, but no, it's not. But no, it's a term. But no. But that came from a woman. Women started that though. I'm telling you what the facts are. I'm not the one starting it. I'm just stating the facts. Women started this whole bad bitch term, not a man. And because they know this, men, they know this unequivocally. Men want hot women, bad bitches. That's the whole word. That's what guys want. And real men, not insecure little bitches, real men that are alpha and omega, and they know that they can have whatever they want, right? That comes with the high value title, and that's the bottom line.
But I feel like there's a big difference between you're saying want for fun or want for a wife. Like these are completely different.
Wants and needs are two different things for sure. But again, we're going based on like the strictly like animalistic factor, which is like a guy's gonna see you're walking through a mall, right?
Yeah.
You go into how many times have a guy tried to pick you up at the fucking grocery section at the lobby?
Yeah.
So, you're a woman, you know this. I don't have to tell you that. You know these things, right? So I don't have to tell you this. Because no. But let's just stop capping. I'm sure guys have approached you. Like, because a guy will see a hot girl, especially if he's not insecure, and that's why it comes right back full circle to that point. Like, not every guy could cheat. Because if I got my girl at home and I'm a 4, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a 3, maybe a 4. I'm a little computer nerd or whatever. I'm a gamer, which actually most men are gamers. That's another stat. Yeah. They're not gonna go looking for other women at the store when they got their that's the lock. The girl at home is a lock. That's a sure thing. They're not gonna gamble that. And that is another fact. So understand the paradigms that we're talking about. There's some men, a small group of men, high value men, that have the ability to cheat because they can. Yes. Right? And there's some guys, most guys, that fall into that other category where they can't because they don't have the guts, they don't have the balls, they don't have the cojones. They can't just go up to a girl and be like, yo, ma, how you doing? Like, can I get your number? Or let me grab that for you. Like, they just can't do it. It's not in them. You understand? So that's the whole bottom line of it. And that all comes back to the type of guy that you have, right? And it's a very few of us.
Let me go around the table, okay, because this is a very popular question. Rate yourself out of 10.
You need to starting on that side.
Oh my god.
No.
Why I gotta answer first?
Like physically?
Everything. Physically, yeah. Oh, physically.
Yeah, you have to be more. You have to label it. Yeah.
Rate yourself physically out of 10.
Oh my gosh.
I'm confident. I don't care.
Yourself.
And at the end of the day, it's to the eye of the
eye of the
No, but I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So to me, looking at me, I'm a 10. Period. Point blank.
I'm a 5.
I feel like this is such a hard question.
Yeah.
Rate yourself out of 10.
I'm just very.
Like it depends. It depends on this.
No, strictly looks.
That's like so hard to answer.
Rate yourself out of 10.
I would say like 9.
Okay. And why would you give yourself a 9?
Like I feel like because it depends on the people. Like it depends on who's looking. To one person you could be a 1. To another one you could be like an 11.
I'm saying to yourself only.
Oh, to myself then a 10.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're confident, you're always gonna be a 10 to yourself.
Yeah.
I'm a 10. For
That's
myself.
For myself, not gonna lie, I might give myself an 8 only because there's some things that I would work on.
That's okay. That's real.
And I'm serious about.
But my face is a 10.
I'm a 5.
There's a 10.
I'm a hard 5. I'm a hard 5. I want to put it on record. I'm a hard 5. Hard 5. Hard 5.
I'm gonna say it right now.
Look at you being humble.
That's what I said.
Not a single girl on this table is a 10. Okay. And here's what I'm trying to say to you guys is that women like to lie to themselves because that's what you guys get fed constantly. Because here's the thing. When you guys go out, when you guys have all these different guys trying to flock over you, you guys get this fucked up ego where you guys think you guys are 10s because you guys say, oh, yeah, I'm definitely a 10 because, you know, body positivity, all that shit. Because that's the thing about females that they constantly get lied to. Because being a female, you guys are constantly dealing with different variations of scrutiny. So let me give you a prime example, okay? When you guys go out, you guys get hit on all the time. Whether you're a...
I don't know where this perception is coming from.
Hold on. I'm not talking I'm not
approach
talking
them.
about. I'm not talking about like just going. I'm talking about DMs. I'm talking about online. I'm talking about online dating. Hold on, hold on.
It's
I will
crickets.
tell you. I will tell you why females have this delusional mindset that they're all 10s. Number one.
You also asked us what our opinions of ourselves, though. So, like
Exactly.
we said, it's subjective.
But
So
here's what
he
I'm
can
try-
think I'm a 5.
But
You
here's
can
what-
think I'm a 2.
But here's what I'm
you
trying.
asked me what I think.
But here's what I'm trying to say though is that women are not critical to themselves because they get fed lies constantly in the real world. If you think about it like this, men are the most truthful to themselves because they realize, hey, if I'm not shit, I'm not gonna get anywhere
why
in
don't
life.
more men
That's
look
why I'm a
better?
5. See that? Look,
then why don't- then why
I'm a
don't more
5
men
too.
look
See?
better?
Adds up.
Because
You
men,
guys are telling
no,
yourselves
because
all
men,
the time
no,
you
no,
need to do this, why
because
is it better?
because I'll tell you why. Hold on, I'll tell you why. Because men in general are not rated based on their looks. They're rated based on what they can provide. They're rated
100%.
based.
And they suck.
But if a woman is interested in you, I gotta look at your look. So how come you're not doing better?
I'm shooketh right
Well,
now.
it doesn't matter if
It
you.
does matter if I'm looking at them
That's
as much as they're looking at me. So
But that's
I
on
gotta
your.
make sure I look
But
good for
but
them,
that
so I
is.
gotta make sure they look good for me.
But that is your personal opinion. Right? Majority of the time, if a man is not attractive, he can level up and get a attractive partner
But so
by
can a
making
girl.
no. Because if you make $1 million, I could care less.
But,
I-
it's, but we're not. But it's money's not a thing for us. It's
Yes.
our looks.
Exactly. So,
Right?
so
So
that's
I
what
can level up my look. to
you can
look
level up your
better.
looks. Yes, but that's what I'm trying to say to you is that the world feeds you guys constant lies because hey, look, I'm a 10, I'm this, I'm that, because that's what women say say to each other because you guys constantly lie to each other, saying you guys are pretty, saying this, saying, when you guys know, when you guys hold on, when you guys know, when you guys know that you're lying to each other because
Being attacked.
females in general
I don't like this.
constantly lie to each other.
Okay, the first lie you guys get is from your mothers. Okay?
No, when I'm-
your mothers are the first one to lie to you, men.
Okay, no, that's a
Right?
irre- that's a
They
ir-
feed it to you. They breastfeed you lies.
that's a
Oh my god.
No, I want to say no.
I like this. I like this one.
I'm dead.
no, no.
I'm telling you this. You do
Talk
whatever, you
things.
go do whatever. Oh, it's okay. He's my boy. You know what I'm saying? But the girls have to have like limitation and stuff. And you're a girl. You can't do this. You can't do it. So who's lying to who exactly?
Everybody lying.
No, I'm saying to this. I'm saying to you guys. Okay, here, and this is my point. You have things like body positivity, like fat is
Men do
beautiful.
too,
Hold on, no. So where is the Short
Where-
King
no,
magazine then?
No, men don't.
No,
No, men don't have that.
So
I
what-
commend them.
but where is where is the Short King magazine?
Make one.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you.
See
Is that,
the Short King
It ain't gonna
magazine.
sell. It ain't gonna
Exactly,
sell.
because-
No one wants
Why? The
it.
short kings will buy it.
No, no
but
one's
here's what
gonna
I'm
buy
trying
it.
to say to you
No.
guys is this: is that at the end
Men
of the
don't
day,
have those
hold on,
qualities.
Ace, what I'm trying to say to you guys is this: at the end of the day, you guys are constantly fed lies in the real world, whereas men have to handle it. Men are very truthful to each other because if you ever chill with a group of guys,
I chill with a lot of guys.
they're just ruthless to each other.
sounds
Men are just ruthless
Yeah,
to each
but
other.
I think it's subjective.
Oh,
Like you're saying
boy.
it's lies. It's not lies. It's subjective.
Yeah.
So wait, so if you go around the table right now, let's say, and rate the girl right next to you, what would be your rating? And be honest, because majority would probably like, yeah, she's a 10, but I can give you an honest opinion on it. So
How
if
about
you want to go,
How about you do that?
so if you want to go around the
How about
table,
you rate us? You
So-
do
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Let me hear the ratings, my
Want me to-
friend. Let me hear
I
that.
don't know.
You know?
you guys want me to rate you guys?
No, I don't want.
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Okay. And you know what? You're free to rate me afterwards too.
I don't ever feel no type
Okay.
of
I don't like to rate because I feel like it's just disrespectful.
I rate.
But if you want to rate, go ahead and
But
rate.
like, what is the rating based off of?
Looks.
just strictly.
Strictly looks.
Okay.
You guys want me
But
to do
you
it?
can't base it then off of like what you would find
See,
attractive.
what's 5
It's
for
just
you
is
is a
this
10 for
person
somebody
attractive?
else. You
I'm
know
just
what
saying.
And I
I'm
rate
going
Perspective.
basically on off.
Perspective.
I'm going based strictly off my opinion. If you guys want me to rate you, I can do that.
Okay, but that's the thing.
All right,
It's
Ray, yo, go ahead.
your
Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's go.
opinion. Okay.
Let's move on. Let's go.
I would say you're a 4 out of 10. I would say you're a 2 out of 10.
Damn.
I would say you're a
He just hates me.
5 out of 10.
You know what I'm saying?
And I would say you're like a-
Wait, I didn't hear the rest. What?
Sorry. Oh yeah. Sorry.
I would say you're a
4.
A
Yeah, I
4.
got it. I'm
You're-
4,
you're a
guys.
2 out of 10.
Sure.
You're a 5, and you're a 6.
I'll take it.
Ace, you want to rate them?
Me, I'll pass on that one. Yeah.
Why?
But that's
I don't.
but,
I don't.
but
I
that's
don't
what I'm
really
trying to
do
say.
that.
Smart man.
But that's what I'm trying to
I'll
say
pass
to you
on
guys
that.
is that like the real world and the world that you guys live in, you're constantly fed these like fake propaganda lies where like, oh, all women are beautiful and all that shit. And that's what I mean is that your world is so coddled and your world is not even held accountable for all your actions that you guys do in the world. Women are not held accountable in the world.
That's such a like broad statement.
And what and what standpoint is it broad?
Like accountable for what?
Okay, so I'll give you an example, right?
Just an analysis.
You can be a woman who's pretty, someone that's 19, 20 years old,
Yeah.
and you go on a yacht of a fucking billionaire. Think about what that's gonna do to your ego. Just because you're pretty, you end up being on that yacht. Whereas if you're a man and you think you're top shit, life is gonna hit you very hard, because at the end of the day, if you don't get your money up as a man, you don't have status up as a man, you're not gonna get anything.
Yeah, but like the girls, like when you say accountable, it's like, okay, they're on the yacht, they get their ego up. Like, what are they not accountable for?
They're not accountable for life.
Okay, but
as in life is on easy mode for
But
most
at the end of the
females.
day, they're dependent on a man then. If they're only, like, their ego's up because of their looks, they're on the yacht because of their looks, they're dependent on a guy. Then what happens
Yes.
when that guy leaves?
Then they'll go to the next guy. Because that's the thing about females, is that females do not, truthfully, females are very opportunistic, and they'll move on to the next guy right after that.
What females are we talking about? Because I'm so confused.
And this is just hard to
I don't
listen
feel
to
like,
when
you know, I've
I'm
never
an
met, like, the way
independent
you're
person
talking
who
about women.
literally
It
takes
sounds
care
so
of
negative.
everything on
It's
my
not.
own.
Hold on, one
Because
person at a
girls,
time.
when they get more money, they want to do more business and more stuff. Men, when they get more money, they want more girls.
I feel like you're talking
No,
about, like,
no, you're actually
bodies.
wrong. Hold on, I want to say this. Hold on, I want to say this to her
Depends on
point.
the guy.
When a man gets money, the first thing he thinks of is, hey, I want to start a family, I want to have a wife, I want to have
Then he
kids.
gets the
Hold on,
side chick,
hold on.
and then he
When a
gets
when a woman gets money, the first thing she thinks is, I don't need no man.
Exactly. Because why? To open bottles
So,
or what?
so,
To change tires?
hold on.
They can do
So,
that.
so what?
Like,
Can
come
you
on.
really?
Men are supposed
Wow.
to labor and women supposed to lead. It's been in history. Times.
Women supposed to lead.
Yes, of course.
And
because
what's
we're
it-
mentally more like, you know, we're more emotionally intact than you guys.
So let me ask the audience right here, a bunch of girls here. Do you want your man to lead or follow?
Well, that's not what she was saying though.
No, she said women lead in relationships.
Yeah, in some.
So
certain-
what do you want? Do you want your man to lead or follow?
I don't mean like that. I mean when a man has some problems, wouldn't he turn out to his woman and like discuss stuff and things like that?
Yeah.
But what does that have to do with anything?
But I'm
It has
saying
to do
that
with a
you
lot
get
because
her.
he's
it-
asking for
exactly,
an opinion for
like,
someone
you know,
else who's not a leader, apparently.
No, but what I'm saying is, what does that have to do with what I'm trying to say?
All I'm saying is like men usually are ego-driven more than women. That's what I'm saying, and they're egotistic.
But that's not what I'm trying to say, though. What I was trying to say is that women are not held accountable in life because life is on
And men
easy mode.
aren't held accountable either.
No, I'm saying if men think they're top shit, but they're not, life is going to hit them very very hard. As in that, if they think that they're a billionaire or a millionaire, or they think they're a high status man, but they're not, life is going to hit you very hard, because people are not going to fuck with you. People are going to be like, why the fuck you acting this way?
Or something.
No, I'm saying like just in general though.
'cause I feel
That's how.
I'm so confused.
No, I'm asking you guys this: is that do you believe that women are held accountable in life? You go around the table. We can start with you.
I would hope some.
You're starting with me again?
Do you believe women are held accountable in life?
Yay and nay. I just feel like these questions are just so broad. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
When you look at a
Next.
man's life, when you look at
Next.
when you look at a man's life, you look at a woman's life. Which one's easier?
You can't compare.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
As
can't
a
compare.
generalization.
We go through our struggles and you guys go through yours. Like, it's just
competition.
different.
But I'm saying, is life more difficult for men or is it more difficult for females?
Depends on what kind of man you are and what kind of woman you are. Like,
I'm talking about just generally.
There's
Is,
nothing.
is life more difficult for men or is life more difficult for females?
like I said, it depends on the man. How you live your life, that'll create your difficulty. Your goals, your ambitions, that'll create your lifestyle, right? So I don't know. Like, it depends on who you are as a person.
Okay, we'll go to the next question.
Thank you.
I'll get my take at the end.
I don't think you can compare. You know, it's very like. It depends. Women in what countries, cultures is different. You know, everybody's different. Like you can't say all women and all men. It doesn't go like that. And I refuse to be like this because then you're extremist. You're taking one side, and I don't want to take any side. I like both sides. You know, it's just we have to be balanced in a way. And understand each other and communicate more because like this new generation is all about shallow stuff and being like. I don't know how to they're not connected anymore to their
Yeah.
values, no principles, no values. You know, they don't stand on nothing.
Yeah.
Then when you don't stand on nothing, they're gonna fall.
They
You
wanna
have to
go on
stand
after
for
the
something.
billionaires.
You know, that's what I'm saying. You have to have values and principles. It doesn't matter about money or materialistic things. There's some things that money can't afford, or you can't buy somebody who has a mindset. You know, has a vision, stuff like that. Like I don't think we should compare.
Can't
women
buy
to men like that.
ambition.
Okay.
What was the question?
I'm saying
So confused.
is
Are women have that?
no. I'm saying
who has it
the
harder?
repeat
Who has it
question was
harder?
who has a harder life, men or female?
Yeah,
Men
you
or
can't.
female?
You can't say. Like, there's so many different factors.
So many.
Generally,
We have a period every month. Do you?
generally speaking.
I don't know. Like, it depends on the country. It depends on like the culture. Yeah, I think physically women have a harder time. They're carrying children. Like,
We bleed
That's
and have
physically,
pain
like,
every
demanding.
single
Do you
month.
know that we're mentally stable, like hormone-wise, just 1 week of the month, and we still carry on and do our
Still
thing.
work,
If a
still
guy
get up
gets
every
sick
day.
with a cold, he sits
Y'all are
on his
dying, boo-hoo,
ass for a whole
crying.
week, and he's like, I have a cold and flu. Okay.
Okay, and
Yo, where do you guys find your men? Like, it's actually, it goes back to my point from last time. Like I told
And
you.
where do you find your woman?
Hold on, wait. Sorry.
everywhere.
Don't divert the
club.
question.
Everywhere. Women are not hard to
Everywhere.
find.
What's your
Women are not hard to find. I don't know if you
what's
guys
your
noticed, man.
what's your
So-
standpoint on this?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Like again, everyone's answers are pretty much the same. Where we're all kind of like it's just you can't say who is more than.
But I'm saying just
another.
generally though,
in what aspect though?
I don't
and
know, like,
all aspects of
maybe
life,
women?
all aspects of life. Doesn't matter what it is.
I would say women maybe
Women.
have it a little bit tougher, just because like if we go back on like how like we're all so negative to each other apparently, and we're all like so mean to each other all the time. Like that's tough and. You know, we are more emotional, so we take it a little bit harder. Some people more than others, some people more sensitive others. Men are kind of trained to just take it in and keep it moving.
Okay, I'll give you guys my take on it. Men have a tougher life because I'll give you guys a list of different reasons. Right now, who's fighting the Ukraine war? Is it women or is it men?
It's an egotistic.
No, but is it women or is it men?
men.
Okay. When you have any sort of problem in the world, all the jobs that you have, all the hard jobs, construction worker, electrician, plumbing, are they men or are they females?
I'm a female in a construction industry.
And is it primarily dominated by males or females?
It is primarily dominated.
So who
by
has more
men.
difficult jobs, men or females?
But I don't find it physical or difficult for them. They seem to be doing perfectly fine in it.
Yes,
making
men are doing
good money.
men are doing perfectly fine in
Yeah,
it.
they're doing
So
perfectly
men
fine
have
in
a
it.
And they're getting
men
paid
have
properly
men have
for
harder
it, unlike us who get paid
Men-
Like a
less.
designer, maybe.
no men have harder jobs. Would you not agree with that?
Physically harder, yes. I don't think that they're harder because I physically do my
And you wouldn't
job
say
and I
even
don't find it hard.
And even in dominant fields like IT, it's which is not even a physical job.
You could use your brain.
You can use your brain. Is it not primarily dominated by males or females? That means it's males. It's mostly males.
But I wouldn't say because you can do it, it's difficult. Like if you can do it, obviously it's not difficult for you to do it.
No, because at the end of the day, women don't like difficult lives. That's why OnlyFans is so popular, because it's not going to be difficult. It's just taking pictures and you post it online and then you make a lot of money.
There's male strippers too.
Sorry?
There's male strippers.
It's very low.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's incredibly low.
No, it's not.
Have any of you been to a male strip club?
You know that there's male OnlyFans? You know that, right?
Yes.
I know there's male
I've been to a
OnlyFans.
male strip
But
club.
but it's not. But if you're talking about numbers, it is primarily females who are on
I think it's just because
OnlyFans.
what you're subscribing to is females. But
No,
there's a
you can-
lot of men
you can-
on
There's a lot of
OnlyFans.
men slinging dick on OnlyFans.
You can look.
A
You
lot.
can look.
There's Grindr.
I'm
There's
not
a
saying.
lot.
I'm not saying that men are not on OnlyFans. I'm saying that it's primarily females that are on it,
I need
and
to
you
see
can
the
search that
statistic
up,
of
and you
that.
can get that statistic
I need to
online.
see the
Okay, but what
statistic
about
of that.
like emotionally demanding jobs?
Yeah.
Like what about nurses, therapists, psychologists? Those are all
It's
going to be
mentally and
female.
emotionally draining.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that are those jobs as difficult as the jobs that men have
You
to do in
can't
the world?
compare physical to emotional.
Yeah.
That's
I'm-
completely like
I'm saying as a difficult task in society, what is a
a nurse. Like for
nurse,
example,
yeah.
that's a really difficult task.
Okay, but
Then doing drywall, compared to like that, like
okay, but what I'm trying to say though, as a generalization, because it is general, right? What we're talking
Yeah.
about. I'm saying what is, if you compare both occupations between both sexes, which sex has a more difficult task of different jobs?
She answered
to
that,
choose from?
though.
And it's primarily males.
No, but you're basing it on physical.
But
though.
I'm saying not just physical. I'm saying even mental as well. I'm saying you guys look at stuff like engineering. You guys look at stuff like architect. You guys look at stuff like anything that you could think of, IT, software design. It is primarily males. You live in a male-dominant world.
So there's an architect called Zaha Hadid.
First of all,
and
we
she's
didn't
an
have a
American
choice with
architect,
that
and she did the whole
once upon a
UK,
time.
A lot of things in UK and US. And her name is Zaha Hadid. You can Google her.
Yes, there's always going to be anomaly in every single situation. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when you're talking about generalities like this, you have to look at, okay, what jobs are going to be more difficult in society? And when you look at it, you're going to say males, because males have to go out. They have to work. They have to work jobs that they don't fucking like. That's the first thing. They have to work jobs that.
Oh, because we love ours.
Yeah, but you guys, hold on. But you guys have,
easier for us, you know?
you guys have jobs that don't. You guys have jobs that are so much more easier. So being like a psychologist or being like a teacher is way more easier.
Then what? Like, I'm so confused.
Than being a software engineer or being a CEO of a company or a large company. Like, you can't compare the two. That's why I was trying to say is that.
But then it's just based on job, not person.
No, it's
that job is more difficult than.
But what I'm trying to say is that women.
I wouldn't say a person couldn't do more.
But what
than
I'm
another
but what I'm
person.
trying to say though is that women have the options of going to those jobs, but they choose not to go to those jobs because women
think
don't.
they
Do you
choose.
remember
They
the
just weren't
time
allowed.
where
Like,
we
weren't even
couldn't
allowed
work
to
and
Hold on,
weren't
hold on,
allowed
hold on,
to
hold on,
work?
hold on,
Like,
hold
do you
on.
remember that,
Hold on,
right?
hold on.
Yeah.
Like,
Hold
we
on.
had to work our way to this level
Women-
of where we're at now.
Equality. in the
Equality
workforce.
was not a thing at one point.
Yes, I know.
So,
but what I'm trying to say to you,
remember that.
But what I'm trying to say to you is that hold on. What I'm trying to say to you is that women go to university way more than men go today. But yet women are not going to STEM, which
we
is
is free.
science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Why is that?
They are, though. Like, I'm confused.
No, they're not.
There's a lot.
It's probably maybe a percent or two.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
Like,
We
Yes,
need
it
to
is.
see some receipts with
Yeah.
these
Not
things
one
that
of you
you're
guys
saying.
on the table.
I am. Hello, I have a science degree.
Okay, but are you majoring in science? Are you doing anything
Yeah,
in the science field?
I'm already done. Yeah, and
no,
I
I'm
work.
saying, are you actually going to a occupation of doing?
I'm a
that
clinical research coordinator in a hospital.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say to you is that women primarily do not go to those fields. They choose things like nurturing. They choose programs like child services, nursing, things that are more nurturing and a little bit more easier. Whereas,
It's not easier.
It's a
so
thing we do.
but if women have the opportunities of going to school and having a higher education, then why are they not going to those certain fields?
Okay, what about female army, police officers, females?
Female police officers.
At Air Force.
In Canada, they're all over the place.
If you had a female officer, if you had a burglar, let's say a couple guys, would you want? What would you truthfully want? A male cop or a female cop? Be honest.
What?
In what sense?
If you had a bunch of robbers at your house, would you want a female cop or would you want a male cop to come?
Female, you know why? Because a male cop, he's so quick to like, female have intuition. They will know when something's about to happen. But when you get a male cop and he's not prepared psychologically and he's scared of anything and he has a gun on him, so like somebody scared him, imagine what he's gonna do with a gun.
See, this is what I mean by women actually lying and saying one thing and
it's
saying
not
it's a completely
lying,
different
because
thing that they
I
actually
would
mean.
prefer a
Because
female
truthfully, you know you want a male cop to be there.
I would just hope that neither of them-
Whoever can get the
I never
job
thought of
done.
that.
But I'm saying no, but
Since we're talking about
Right?
statistics, okay? Since we're talking about statistics and how much is this? Statistics like rape. Who does
Rape.
it more?
Ooh.
Females or male?
males.
Murders. Male or females? You know, molestation, all of that, male or female, mostly male, right?
Yes.
So the root of
Pedophilia.
all, like exactly, is male. You'll find a small percentage of women do these
Murderers,
things,
serial
but most
killers.
of these stuff are done by male.
Okay, but what I'm trying,
it's
but
true.
it's completely diverting from the question I said to you. Is that when you're in a situation, in a life situation, do you want a female to be there or do you want a male cop
In
to
a
be
life
there?
or death situation.
Yes.
I wouldn't be thinking anything. An animal can help me at this point.
No, but see, that's what I'm trying to
I would
say.
just want someone to do their job.
Who you are?
No, let's go.
Like, please
my
do your
God.
job.
Let's go actually around the table. Do you want a male cop or do you want a female cop? Seriously, be honest. Because
It wouldn't even cross my mind what is in between
Yeah.
your legs. and
Yeah.
opening the door.
Because-
I would just hope you can defend me.
because
that's
you
what
know
you're
the
supposed to
reason why. If you actually, I actually like this point because if you ever see a female cop ever pull over a person, there's always a male cop right behind him. You ever notice that?
Yeah, it's for
Well, sometimes
support.
they just
Yeah.
You ever
roll
notice
up
that?
and choose.
No,
Sometimes
no,
they're just
that's-
that.
it's
I've
because-
never
At the
noticed
end
that.
of
I
the
don't
day,
get pulled
men
over.
are physically known to be stronger.
Yes.
So
Physically.
that's just that. That's
Yes,
it.
and
Like,
men
you
have better
can't be
accuracy
around
at
that.
shooting. Men have better eyesight at nighttime as well. Men have better.
Damn,
I
y'all
definitely
can
can't
see
say
Critical
that.
thinking?
I don't know. These women cops are getting hired.
But that's
so
but
there must be passing
no,
the test.
no, because that's what I'm trying to say to you, and that's my next point is that the reason why there's female cops is because they need a certain standard of females to be in that occupation because they want to diversify, because they want to seem like, hey, no, we do hire people, we do hire females,
So we're
we
there
do
just for
hire
the
black people,
statistics.
white people, whatever it is. They don't hire based on the best occupation anymore or the best candidate. They hire based on, hey, we need to hit our criteria of a female. That's the only reason why females are hired during certain jobs.
The world is kind of moving towards that direction where they have to just, because, you know, it's like you want to see the person on the TV that looks like you, so they kind of want to just feed into. I can get what you're saying, but I would just hope that whoever's going to apply for that job is there because they want to do that job and they want to do it the best that they can and they want to make sure that they're helping people because that's what jobs are for.
Yes,
to help
but
other people.
yes, but at the end of the day, though, they hire based on, okay, with females especially, they hire, especially with that occupation as well, which is a police officer. They hire based on, okay, we need this many females in this type of class or this type of year or whatever it is.
I didn't know that if that's what the, if
But that's
the
what I'm trying to say.
criteria of picking officers. I had no clue.
But that's what I'm trying to say to her, though, is that like it's not really comes down to the best option. It's more so we need to fill out this field because that's what our criteria
Well, that's
is.
scary because, you know,
But that's what I was trying to say to you is
if
that
there is a burglar, I would just hope either people can do it.
no, but you know the answer though. You would want a male. You would want a male.
I literally just want someone that.
No,
can
I know,
do
but
their
you,
job.
but
That's it.
but in that situation, you know you would want a male because you don't want to say it, but we know what the answer is. But
I
anyways,
don't know. Like, I'd hope I can take care of myself first before I have, like, it gets, you know, I'd hope. Because if you have no one else and you're by yourself, that's all you have.
all right. Next question is, when does a female peak and when does a male peak? Age-wise.
Peak
in
like
terms
what?
of what?
Age-wise. Like getting your shit together. Okay, let's say talk about looks. Let's talk about occupation. Let's talk about status. Let's talk about money, and let's talk about age. So, 5 of those things.
I feel like with women, probably maybe like in their 20s, and then men, 40, 50. Y'all suck. Sorry.
I would think women 30s and like men in their 40s.
Sorry, women 30s.
Yeah, in their 30s to get their thing, like, you know.
How about you?
I was gonna say like women like late 20s, and then I would say like men maybe late 30s.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with this. The 30s and 40s. 30s women, 40s men.
Early
30s
like late, mid-late 20s
Ace,
for
what do you think?
girls,
Yeah.
and then like late 30s to 40s.
I mean, it's a
men.
it's a complex answer. I mean,
Yeah.
I hit my first lick when I was like 27, 28. Started competing when I was 21. Bought my first house when I was 21, and I came from a third world country. So I mean, everything was stacked against me. So I mean, it's based on the individual, their drive, their personal development, personal growth, what the ambition level is. I think it's a loaded question, and it all boils down to the type of man. That's what I think.
Everything boils
Most-
down to the type of person.
Yeah.
Right?
I think
Yeah.
every answer, it boils down to the person.
most women, majority of men would agree that most women peak in their 20s, like let's say 22, 23, 24, 25.
I think you're talking physically.
Yeah.
But that's but yes, because that's what most
Okay, yeah,
men.
'cause that was
We
like-
were
that's
not talking about.
physically, yeah.
But what I'm
that's
trying
when
to
we're
say,
in our
but
prime.
what I'm trying to say though is that that's what most men look for is like obviously beauty and all that stuff, right? Looks, and then for men it's 35 and above.
For what looks?
No, I'm talking about all attributes. Like I'm talking about status. I'm talking about
So
money.
for women it was just looks. For men it's everything. I'm so confused.
Remember,
Well,
all
no,
we are
what
is
I'm trying to
looks.
say is that
You forgot?
just in general, most men just look at that main attribute, which is looks, and probably I would say status as well. If she has like a name to herself, or she's like a woman that like most guys kind of want, that kind of is a good point as well. But for the most part, most females want a man that is older because they're more mature and they have their shit together, whereas men value purity as well, which is the main thing as well. So that's why men value a woman that's younger in their 20, 21, 22, 23 because they're more pure.
They like them
I think
young.
it's also having kids. Like it's like
And
biological
women have a
clock.
better and the biological clock as well. Women have a higher chance of having kids at that age instead of a woman who's 30. Yeah, there's like stuff like
IVF.
IVS and all that stuff, which can increase your odds. But I'm saying naturally speaking, most men want a woman that is younger, just because there's so many different attributes to it, right? Whereas like a female, they want men that are older just because they have their shit together. Because most men are in their 20s don't have their shit together.
Yeah, that's agreed.
Facts. Oh,
So
so
then-
thing I think we all
I
agreed
know,
on a
right?
little bit here.
Progress. It's progress. Yes.
So then my next question for you guys is which which sex is more selfish then in terms of like wanting like certain partner qualities in partnerships? Like let's say men want I don't know, men want looks and purity and all that stuff, and then females want money, status, all that stuff. Which sex is more selfish in what they want, and why?
I don't know. But I will say I feel like women will settle way more than a man would.
Yeah.
Women will settle.
I think so.
I think so too.
You think women will settle?
Yeah, I think
I
women
agree
settle
100%.
a lot more than men do.
Yeah.
So hold on.
Goes back to the ugly couples.
Hold on. So you guys actually, you guys truthfully believe that women settle more than
We
men?
know. We've done it.
So wait. So if
So we created a situation.
so can I,
can honestly
Like,
agree.
so let me ask you a question. If you make 150K a year,
Okay. I myself.
yes,
Okay.
would you want to be with a man that makes 50K?
Honestly, I always say too, people make more money together, and I'm very old school when it comes to like building in a relationship. So if we're both making money and we're both having a good job and there's ways to level up in that job, do you, boo? Like,
So let's say your man's stagnant. He's happy with making 50.
stagnant? No, I
50.
can't
That's
be
the
with someone who's
problem.
stagnant because I don't want to just be comfortable either, because I also have to be challenged to be out of my own comfortability. So you need to be with someone who's going to be wanting to grow.
So wouldn't it be fair to say that you want a man that's either equal or greater than you?
Yes.
So then how is that
Equal
settled?
would be first and then greater, because I personally, I don't want to be the breadwinner. I've been the breadwinner. That's just how I have to take care of myself. I'd like to be with someone who could be like, you know, like, I got this. I'm not expecting you to do it, but if you want to do it out of the kindness of your heart because you love me and you want the best for me, then
So
amazing.
how would that be settling then? That's looking for someone that's greater than,
There's
or
just
you're
some
equal.
women that unfortunately maybe don't have the opportunities to be meeting certain types of men,
But
and
high
the
value
men that
men.
come around them, they'll take what is given.
But what I'm trying to say is that if a woman is in a better position in life, will she downgrade or will she be dating her equal or above?
Some will downgrade for the sake of just having companionship
Most
and love and
will.
having
But
a partner.
Women will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women.
Yes.
I've been through it.
No,
I
but-
literally downgraded.
So
for
when
a
you
while.
look at all these celebrities, all these women celebrities, why? How come they don't date men that
They're
are like no
celebrities.
names?
Yeah,
They're celebrities.
It's not-
What?
No.
But it's a celebrity status. You just can't. They don't understand the lifestyle. They can't be around.
But
the
why
people.
do
It
men
comes to-
celebrities date women who are not in that light?
Because like you guys said, men have like their ego, and you guys are supposed to be the breadwinners, so you don't usually care about a woman's pocket. So.
No, it's because when a woman upgrades her life, she will never downgrade. She will either date her equal or above. And that's how it's always been. Women will never date someone that is below their equal
Nowadays,
status.
maybe more
Sometimes
so,
she's
but a lot of our
emotionally
mamas were
attached to
dating some
somebody
broke
she
ass
was
men.
trusted.
Okay.
Sorry? Hold on, 1% time.
Like sometimes she can downgrade if like she got.
It's very
emotionally
rare.
attached.
It's very rare.
Did you just say love is blind?
No, I'm
not
saying it's
rare.
very rare. No, I'm just saying.
It's not rare.
It is not rare.
No, but what I'm saying
That
is,
was
Some numbers.
downgrades on downgrades on that.
but what I'm trying to say
That's
is,
true.
it's very rare for a woman to date below her social
It
status.
depends on where they're starting out. If you're looking at women who are starting out very insecure, have nothing going for them, versus a woman who's standing on her own 2 feet, like those are two completely different
Yeah.
women.
Okay, but you have women who literally don't accomplish anything in life and say they want a man that's 6 feet, 100K. They
Yeah,
want
that's
everything.
Ridiculous. I don't like
That's
Yeah, that's not
different.
okay.
And like,
But that's
expectations.
but that is a lot of females out there in
But
the
they ain't
world.
gonna get it.
Yeah, then
And
that's
so they're gonna get the closest thing.
Well, that's
They're not gonna get it.
well. It depends on how good looking they are, because women who are good looking will get it,
Well, yes, that's also agreeable.
and that's something that when
But
I'm
it's
trying.
unfortunate because that's not what you want.
and whose fault is that? It's the men
Men
taking them.
entertaining
No, I'm not
It's the men
saying.
entertaining
I'm
that.
not saying it's
so-
anyone's
Going
fault.
back to-
I'm just saying that in general, though, I'm saying that females just will not date their below their means. They'll always date.
I just
their
can't agree
equal or
with that.
above.
I've just seen way too many women.
So wait,
date
hold on.
way below
So,
what-
so if would you date someone that's below your means?
I have.
Like,
In
like,
terms-
like,
I
would,
have.
like, would you, like, would you,
I
date,
have.
like, okay, you have, but where are they now?
Below my
below,
means.
but that's
But where-
because, but that's
but
because
where
they
they
had
now?
no
Still
ambition
below.
to be something better.
But that's what I'm
Open
trying
the
to say
best,
to you
yeah,
guys
so
is that
below.
things like ambition, things like going out for get money, all these things are things that you guys want in a partner. Because the
But
thing
who
is,
wants someone that's willing to be stagnant and stay in the same spot? That's,
but that's what I'm trying to say. Men are okay with a female not working. Men are okay with dating a woman who works at McDonald's because it doesn't matter to men. Men are okay with everything except if she's not pretty, men probably won't go down that route because obviously they value looks. But what I'm trying to say is that a woman does not have to bring that much to a table. She just has to bring looks and nurturing. That's it.
McDonald's actually has really good benefits.
Okay, sure, but
Just saying, everyone.
But what I'm trying to say is,
I know.
but they actually get good benefits.
but what I'm trying to say to you guys is just in general though, you guys wouldn't date a man that works at McDonald's. You guys wouldn't.
I would. I literally dated a guy who flipped burgers at Burger King.
I dated a
Okay.
man at the
It's like
patty
he
shop.
was good. He's smart.
So
don't
where
get
is he
me wrong.
now?
It's just you can't be like
So where is he now?
broke with an attitude. You get what I'm saying?
But then- but that's what I'm trying-
Like,
but-
you know
That
what I'm
part.
saying? I'm sorry.
But that's what
that
I'm trying to.
part.
Like it's
but-
either this or that.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you is that where is he now? Because you clearly did not find him a suitable candidate to be with.
I actually tried.
But I don't think it was particularly
Because
he
of the
flipped
job.
burgers.
There's
Yeah,
probably,
there's probably other
It's not about
reasons.
the burgers. I've never
Yeah.
even thought about like the financial situation of him because he's a
No.
smart guy. Like he is
Yeah.
brilliant guy. But like his like behaviors and actions towards something like he took like you can't take me for granted and I already saw the good in you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but I still think that at the end of the day, you not being with him shows
he's
that
right.
like.
But that's not the right
It's not
reason.
about his money though.
Yeah.
It was
No, it's
other
not.
reasons.
So would you say he was more capable of cheating? That guy?
No.
Thank you. I just I hate.
Actually, he was talking to
I hate,
other girls.
I hate being right, but
No,
it
no,
sucks.
he was
like,
talking to other
like,
girls.
what
Don't
I-
get me wrong. Sometimes you can get away with stuff if you have a character and a charisma. Trust me.
Yes,
You can.
I agree. Again,
Confidence is
I
key.
Because
agree.
if he
I
got me,
agree.
he can get another girl that thinks
Exactly.
the same as me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And my point was from the beginning, they are out there. They are. It's few and far between, but they do exist. Yes.
Yeah.
But my point is, based on what everybody's just said, is like, those type of guys, they don't have that those vast options.
But again,
They're
if he
just-
can
they're
emotionally
just not.
entertain another girl coming in, that's still cheating, in a female's eyes.
Say that again.
Even if he was emotionally entertaining another girl,
But what does that mean? What does that? Explain that. Break
just
that down. Elaborate.
like attention more than you need to, or like
No guy does that
conversation.
without expecting pussy. That doesn't
No,
happen.
They definitely. I'm not saying that they're not expecting it. They just might
So
not
then-
get it. But it's still
Exactly.
cheating to women if you're entertaining
And that's my point.
with the level of like intent
Expecting
for
to
something else.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's cheating in a sense.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah,
not gonna.
yeah.
No guy is entertaining nothing for no pussy. It just doesn't. It doesn't work
No,
unless you're
agreed.
gay. Unless he's gay.
Agreed.
Right. Unless he's just that. Then yeah, that's different.
Yeah, agreed.
But if he's a guy, if he's a full-fledged man,
Yeah.
and he's got the capabilities and he's got the options, he's not. We're just. You have to understand that. wanted to make that clear. Like he's not gonna. Like she said. Like she put it so eloquently. Like he's not gonna try to.
Yeah, facts.
He's just not gonna try to. Waste time. and-
Let me
Yes,
ask you
exactly.
guys.
Yeah, for now. Maybe not with you. because you can't get-
right?
Let me ask
Yeah.
you guys
Connection
another.
together.
Let me ask you guys another question. If you're in a relationship with a man and you have Instagram, is it considered cheating? Yes or no?
What? If he
Depends
has
on what you
Instagram?
post.
If you have Instagram and you're in a relationship with a man, is it considered cheating? Yes or no?
Just having
Just
Instagram.
having it?
Yes.
No.
What? How?
I don't think that's
funny.
cheating.
I'm asking
We
you
live in
guys
a
what.
social media world. How is that cheating?
And post. I'm not talking about having a burner account. I'm talking about like having like a proper Instagram account.
Yeah. No.
That's not cheating.
That's not cheating.
No, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, I don't
In what
understand.
way is that not cheating?
I'm not comprehending that.
In what ways it is?
Because I'll tell you why. Okay, when men go out, think about men like salesmen. Okay,
Okay.
a man has to go out and find a woman, and they have to like pitch their deal, whatever it is, to get them to get them basically, right? Whereas a woman, think of her as a marketer. Women market themselves. Hey, I'm available. I'm here because women are not going to go out and seek a man. They're gonna, but primarily for the most part, most women are gonna be marketing themselves, as in hey, look, I have this, I'm on Instagram, I'm on social media, I'm taking pictures, blah blah blah. When you get into a relationship, the man stops being a salesperson, but the woman continues being a marketer.
I think it just really depends on what you post and what you're using it for.
I'm saying majority of time, whether you post a bikini picture or whether you post a picture of you with your family, whatever it is, men are going to go out and they're still going to DM you, and you are still putting yourself in a position where, hey, I look like I'm available.
I'm an artist.
What if you post
so
your
I
man?
have to promote music.
That's
I'm
not
in
gonna stop
the
men.
entertainment world.
That's not gonna
so-
stop men at all.
Yeah, but it's not gonna stop. Even if
But that's what I'm trying to say is why do you continually keep marketing yourself?
You could say the same thing. Why do you go out? Why do you go to restaurants? Why,
Why
do
do
you
you
walk down the
live?
street?
I'm not saying, but I asked.
Why go to the
Why do you
grocery store?
breathe?
But here's what I'm trying to say though is that
Yeah.
with Instagram
Dudes
it's
be
completely
picking you up
different
anywhere.
because you have a massive amount of men trying to get into your DMs. It's there. Whereas if you go out in public, you're not getting hit on every day. That doesn't
But I
happen.
thought we were earlier.
Yeah.
Barely,
store.
barely
I
today.
could walk on my front
Earlier.
doorstep and get
So, like, we
hollered
should
at.
lock ourselves in a box and
No, what I'm trying to say is having Instagram would not with my concept that I just brought up right now. Would you be fair to say that hey, as a woman, you're still continually marketing yourself by putting yourself on IG and social media?
No, I think it all depends.
It depends what you post.
Okay, but even if you post basic shit, men are still gonna DM you regardless of what it
Is
is.
that our fault though?
But that's
Is
but-
our
but then-
intent
but then
to grasp
wouldn't
men,
wouldn't
or
it be
is it
easier?
just to post?
Would it not be easier just to delete your Instagram?
What if you're private? Like,
Okay, but you still have men that are still
They'll
on
find
your follow
you.
list.
I guess.
I
Like,
think it just sounds like an insecurity to me.
Yeah.
It's not an insecurity.
It's not insecure.
It's not
Yeah.
insecurity.
It sounds
Met the
insecure.
girl, he met her too. Now you want me to change my whole personality
And
like,
lock
that
myself
doesn't
off in a
Yeah,
cave like
it
I'm
sounds
freaking
But you were,
Cinderella.
but,
Like
you-
what?
but you were expecting, the man,
Rapunzel.
but you were expecting
There
the
we
man
go.
to stop going out and being a
said
salesperson.
that?
No,
No one said that.
being a salesperson, as in you don't want a man to go out and talk to different females once you're in a relationship. But what I'm trying to say is, going back to the concept of salesperson and marketer, is that when you still have these social medias, you're still saying, hey, look, I am available. I am open to different DMs. I'm open to different men.
What if you run
blah,
a
blah, blah.
business? What if
Sorry?
you're a singer? What if you're an actor? What if
Post your man.
you're
I'm saying the
a lash
average.
tech
I'm saying
or,
the
like,
I'm saying
whatever
the
the case
average
may be.
girl. If you have a business, that is completely different because you're using it for your business. I'm saying as a personal use Instagram, do you believe now, even after the concept I just said right now, do you still believe that it is a form of, hey, I am available. I want attention. I want male attention. I want all these different things.
No.
I feel like with your logic, a girl should delete her Instagram and then a guy should delete his LinkedIn. Like, I feel like that's the that's what
In
you're...
what way? LinkedIn, you're going out and making money and
But
making connection with people.
if you always say girls are just going for guys who are successful, like if that's the way that guys are attracting girls, then it should be the same thing.
But LinkedIn is completely different than Instagram. LinkedIn is not a social media platform where you're getting hit on.
You're not getting hit on, but apparently girls, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a successful man. So, like, they could find you on LinkedIn. How are they going to know you're successful?
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that with LinkedIn, though, it's primarily not a dating website. Instagram is considered
Instagram's
a
not a
dating
dating
website.
website.
With the fact that you have these
not
people
Tinder,
sliding your
Hinge.
DMs.
Why am I
Yeah.
I would have never known that Instagram was a dating app.
Why the hell am I
And LinkedIn
single
is
then?
not, hold on, LinkedIn is not a website where you go and you find a suitable candidate to date. That's not how LinkedIn's meant
Okay, then
to
how are
be.
girls meeting these guys then?
They could be meeting them on different platforms as well.
Rumble?
You could be meeting on multiple different platforms. You could be meeting them on...
How do you know what their conversations are on LinkedIn? How do you know that that's not what they're
I'm
doing?
so confused, yeah.
Because LinkedIn is... Okay, well, if you're going out and you're sliding to people's DMs in LinkedIn,
Hey,
that's pretty...
you gotta shoot your shot.
I would say, even if that is possible, I would say majority.
And if we all got to
that's
delete
not
our
really a
Instagram, I
majority.
think that's the only place we have left.
I wouldn't say that's a majority at all.
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
what
it's
LinkedIn
not.
is.
But I'm saying, however, the guys are meeting the girls too, then they should stop that. If you're saying that the girl should delete her Instagram,
Yeah.
then however the guys were meeting the girls, they should stop that too then.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying men, if they are going out as salesperson,
Yeah.
right? My concept was saying, then yes, they're stopping from talking to any other girls.
Yeah.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is, a female, if you still have social media, you're still technically marketing yourself.
But aren't the men messaging the girls on Instagram? So aren't they also
Yes.
using Instagram to find the girls?
And what if
But
we're
what I'm trying to say-
Shouldn't they
but what-
also
no, but-
delete Instagram?
What if
because
we're
then
ignoring
they can
every
find the
DM?
girls?
But what I'm trying to say is that if you look at it from a different perspective, most of the time, if men slide into a woman's DMs, he's not going to get the option of her even saying yes majority of the time.
Well, 'cause
Because
it's kind of weird. Like,
Because majority of the time, like I said, it's very difficult for men to get females in the first place. Whereas a female, you can just be laying there doing nothing and men will come towards you. You don't have to do much as a female.
but that's just a men's like intuition. That's just like what they do.
No,
you could
and-
have like a rock.
and that's what I'm trying to say to you.
The guy would be like, oh,
And,
it's a nice
and that's
rock.
what I'm trying to say to you. Is,
Like, guys just literally think with their dicks.
but that's what I'm
period.
trying to say to you. Is
Like,
that,
ooh, this is not. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what it is.
but that's what I'm trying to say to you is that females, it's different from males because males don't get DMs from females. Right?
Am I the only female that DMs men then? Because like,
Must be.
I DM men.
I
before.
go, yeah, like I shoot my shot.
Yeah.
I'm not getting younger. Like I don't have any more time to waste. So like I shoot my shot.
Okay, but I see what you're saying. It's less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. It's better
Men
for
are naturally the hunters, so yes, of course
yes.
it's going to be less.
So wouldn't it make more sense for you to just delete your Instagram because you're
No,
going
because
to?
if I can ignore every single one of them, then what is the problem?
Because what I say all the time is that it only takes one setting.
Insecurity.
No. It only takes.
Sounds like a
Mo-
you problem.
Most females, I would say, are
Insecurity.
most females are very emotional and they can become very vulnerable in situations. And it only takes one guy to fit your right criteria for you to cheat. And that's what I'm trying to say is that you having
No, it's the
Instagram
right booty.
and you having it, it puts you in a position where you're still marketing yourself. That's all I'm going to say. You guys can agree or disagree, but it is what it is.
How am I marketing myself when you write me to, for example? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot.
I'm saying
like,
my own
everybody-
personal opinion.
Yeah, but,
But a
saying
man can find
not
you a 10 out of
everybody's
10.
promoting themselves. Like, there's a lot of people that don't even care about these things, literally. About, like sending DMs and men, and, like, they just doing their stuff. Maybe they have their
Existing.
Instagram for their families and friends. Maybe they don't have it public. You know what I'm saying? Maybe nobody would reach out to you. Like,
I'm saying as a generalization, not
That's
as
true.
a specific thing. Because what you keep constantly, guys, what you guys constantly keep doing is you guys are picking anomalies for every single situation. Yes, there's always going to be that, no matter what it is. But we're talking about majority, and majority is always going to be more like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it
that's
just
true.
makes more sense.
That's true.
But anyways, going back to the next topic is like I want to ask you guys like, what do you think women value in a partner? What do you think men value in a individual? Like when you're looking at a suitable candidate to like marry.
Well, according to you, you guys only care for our looks.
Not just that though.
What else was it? I heard.
Pure-
I heard looks.
Purity,
and then,
purity.
Wait, sorry, purity.
Oh yeah, that's not possible.
My bad.
That doesn't exist. Yeah.
Like what?
Well, do you what do you guys like?
Do you
Like
want someone who's been in their room on a laptop and never saw the daylight, or do you want someone who's had life experiences and like I'm confused? Purity.
hold on, wait. So going to the purity question is like, what do you guys value in terms of like when you're looking at stuff like that? Do you value purity in men or no?
I just value some like at the end of the day, your sexual experiences was irrelevant to me before you met me.
Yes.
Point blank period. Like what I did sexually before
Yeah,
you met
I'm
me
not
is super
digging
irrelevant.
into-
But that's not true though, because
It is true.
no, because
it's irrelevant. I wasn't there. It's not. I wasn't.
so
Part
why
of
do you
that.
think men constantly ask females for their body count?
Because it's a
you
weird
guys
thing
care.
you guys do.
No, it's because when you look at a man, what do you look at? His future?
His future.
Yes. Do you look at a man's future?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
well, a man looks at a woman's past.
yeah, I'm not disagreeing, but like, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. Which is why I'm trying to say to you is that like that's why
There's
women.
nothing I can do about that. Like,
Well, actually, you could not be a promiscuous woman.
Fallacious.
most girls aren't.
Most girls
Most
are
girls
today.
with self-esteem
Most-
and
most girls-
self-worth
most-
are not.
Yeah.
A lot of females, especially in the West, maybe in other places in the world, not so much, but in the West, women are more promiscuous.
Well, then, hat to them, but
But not
To
really
each
though,
his own.
because at the end of the day, you guys all know, you guys all agreed, having a higher body count means that you guys have a less sexual marketplace value. Because men will look at that and they'll be like, I don't want to be with
I
you.
don't think I do, but that's unfortunate that everyone else does.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say to you is that, like, do you agree that a woman having a higher body count would lower her sexual marketplace value? I'm asking
I
that.
guess society-wise, yeah. Do I feel that way? No.
No, of course
I
you're not.
also
Gonna,
think like unless you put a person up on a lie detector test, how you gonna really know a person's body count?
he's gonna smell it out of you.
No.
If a high value man's gonna smell it out of you. But that's what. But no, you know what though? You know what though? Here's.
Wow.
But here's what I'm trying to say though is
Wow.
that is that truthfully, honestly, it's no. Here's what I'm. All jokes aside though, what I'm trying to say though is.
This guy, this guy kills me.
What I'm
That was the best. That was the best all day. Yeah.
What I'm trying to say to you guys
I
though
almost
is
peed
she
myself.
is right. She is right. There is no way of actually knowing. No. But there is. It is a small
Boils down
world.
to how she
No.
carries
Hold on.
herself.
Yeah.
It is a small world. And the thing is if men find out, hey, like I took this girl on dinner, instantly it lowers your attraction.
I can understand, yeah.
So it's a
but
small world. Everyone knows everyone. You'd be surprised.
status.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, it is a
Based
very
on
small world.
status. Like, you obviously don't want to be with a female,
Yeah.
or wouldn't maybe find that person more attractive than another because this guy,
But wouldn't
this
that-
guy has talked to her, took her on a date, went out with her, you know what I mean? It's,
But wouldn't that also be fair to say then that men value purity then?
They do.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
We know that. We're not going to deny
Yeah,
that.
we're
We know that
agreeing
you
with They
guys care
definitely
about
do.
that.
It just sucks because, like, as you get older, like, you've lived your life. Like, you know what I mean?
I guess.
I think
but
it just comes down to, like, if I choose to be with you, like, that's not happening anymore. Like, we've decided to be with each other and not.
And what do you provide for us now and the future? Because we're not living in the past. So
Yeah.
well, I mean, like I said, like I get what your standpoint is. Like she said, yeah, it sucks because
Yeah.
I get it, but at the same time, you just don't have to be a promiscuous woman. I mean, you're taught
No,
that when
of
you're
course
younger
not.
as well, right? Like you're taught like not to open up your legs for every guy,
For
because
sure.
at the end of the day, it also devalues you. Because here's the thing: is that when a woman is very promiscuous and she has like let's say a 30 or 40 body count in terms of like having sex, do you guys really think all 30 to 40 of those guys are high value men?
No.
Who am I
highly
telling
doubt
that
it.
to if I even did?
Right? But that's
Who
what I'm
am
trying
I
to.
telling that number to?
But that's what I'm
Like,
trying to say
even
is that
if I
it
did.
also devalues you in the sense where like you're opening up your legs, which is something that for a lot of women, sex is very a sacred thing. It's a very like special thing, right? Are you really just opening up your legs to anyone? That's what it shows.
No, of course, that's literally what it shows.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of women are doing that.
I don't think a lot of women in the
I don't think
world,
the
but I'm saying
majority of women are doing that.
Yeah.
I'm
There
saying
are people that are high sexual
there are
people.
there are people in the West that obviously do follow morals and ethics and traditions, but primarily in the West though it's very different. It's very liberal. It's like, hey, like don't worry, have sex, have this, all that stuff. Like you see all the stuff with going on with like even like transgender stuff too, right? Like you see the stuff that's going on where they're teaching kids like, hey, you can choose what sex you want at a young age. Like it's stuff
Yeah.
like that where the West is just so liberal in the sense where we're losing a lot of our morals and ethics that we once held.
100%.
And that actually brings me to my next topic. Actually, is what do you guys think about the whole transgender thing?
I am not about to get canceled. I am not speaking on that.
I just become. I
No
just
comment.
think straight people became minority in Canada. That's what I think. Like, if you want us to respect your boundaries, you gotta respect. Like, we don't go carrying straight flags, going on parades and stuff. So, like, if you want us to respect you, you gotta respect the other people's point of view on things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, I think they're marketing it a lot in the West, like more.
It's for a
where,
bigger
like a lot
purpose or
of
something.
no.
The only-
these things like won't be allowed in some certain places. The amount of
Absolutely.
things they go, like the extent of things they go in here is just crazy. I've never seen the things I've seen in here.
They would get canceled.
But
Yeah.
what's your take
Me,
on this
probably.
transgender?
Honestly, I just try to come from a place of love. So for me, it's just like, do you.
Yeah.
Just leave me be, and I'm going to let you be.
The only
It
comment I
doesn't
have.
affect my life. I don't
But what
care.
about if you have
That's
kids
What do you mean?
and then they're teaching that in school?
Well,
So how does that not affect your life in the future?
Ooh.
honestly, and I don't want to say this online or on TV or whatever, but for me personally, like I've thought about that from a long time ago, having kids, and like it kind of really, it's a big question for me. Not even with that in general, just with the way the world is moving and stuff. So that's a hard topic for me to get into because, like, I don't even know if that's something for me in the future, anyways.
But I'm saying if you do have kids though, would you not?
Homeschool, 100%.
But you just
Sure.
answered.
Sorry.
Church.
But you
Church.
just
Absolutely.
but you just answered the
Or
question though.
private. Or private.
I'm
For me,
Christian,
it's
so
private.
for me, it's a harder topic.
But you just
Yeah.
we just answered the question, right? You obviously don't support it then.
It's difficult because what I think is a little bit different from what they think, and you know what I mean. It's just that's why I'm like, just let me do me, and you guys do you. That's it.
What do you think?
I just think like if people are happy, like let them do what they want.
So you're okay with individuals telling, hey, a kid that's like 8 or 9 years old, you can switch genders,
I don't think they're telling them you can. They're just
But you're
saying,
saying
it
it's okay.
exists.
and you think that's okay?
Yeah. Like I feel like it exists. Like you can expose them. There's TikTok, there's TV, like you can give them exposure, but like they're not saying switch your gender.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah,
But
They're
they are,
not
though.
telling you to
They-
switch your gender. They're just saying, "Hey, this
No,
exists."
they're confusing them. to
No,
the
they are.
point
They-
they
it
are
is- it is-
changing
it's more
without
depth.
knowing.
But
I think
here's the
there should
thing.
be an age limit
Oh, of
for
course.
that because at the end of the day, when you're at a small age, you're not fully mentally developed yet. So how are you making life-altering decisions at like a young age?
But I don't. Who said that they're making that decision? Then they're
It's
just
actually a
exposing
fact.
them
It's-
to
no, they're
it.
actually making
Yeah, no,
decisions.
they're like-
and the suicide rate is high
Yeah,
because
they're
these kids make the
pressuring them.
decision at a young age not knowing what they're doing, and then they end up killing themselves. That's an actual stat. Like,
Yeah.
is that the suicide rate? That's what actually brings a lot of the people into the topics and the arguments and the frustrations because a lot of these older people, like, well, not older, but in the teenage years, come out and say, I made a big mistake, you know, I'm suicidal and stuff like that. Yeah, and yeah, of course, because you cannot give. That's something that you should be like a parental advisory kind of thing. Like, you know, you go on a school field trip, you need your parents to sign on the paperwork. If you're under 18, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why do you need, like, parental advisory to chop your dick off? It
But
doesn't
that's
make
what I'm saying,
any
it's
sense.
you do need
No, you
parental.
don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Under 18, I'm sure you can't
No,
just, it's
no, you
elective
don't.
surgery.
It's not in Canada. No, look into it. You don't need,
So
you
it's
don't need
actually-
parental advisory.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, look into
My-
it. That's a fact.
Okay.
Actually, now that we're kind of on the topic of this, I actually want to ask you guys, like, do you guys believe, truthfully, do you guys actually believe in racism?
What'd you just ask me?
Do you guys believe in racism?
What do you mean believe in it? Like,
No, I'm asking you guys, do you guys believe that race, in the sense where,
These topics.
hold
are-
on. I want to ask you guys a question this. Do you guys believe that humans,
My mind is like transgender, racism. I don't even know how to think right now.
well, we finished that topic. My question for you guys is, do you guys believe that racism exists in the sense where are humans just biologically hardwired to constantly suppress individuals?
I don't think it's biological. I think it's societal.
the shit has happened, and it's
Yeah.
happening.
I think
don't-
everybody's low-key racist.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to say is that do you believe, like what she said, do you believe that everyone's just racist? And do you believe that it's just biologically hardwired into us?
Maybe
I'm
like
trying
what
my
you
hardest
said,
not
it's
to
not
say
biological.
things. I'm like,
Yeah.
But then I guess with like, you know, more and more people being created, yeah, then biologically it's kind of programmed in you, but it doesn't start that way.
I think it's not. I don't think racism is the correct word to use. I think it's tribalism, because here's the
You already
si-
had the answer.
because here's the thing though. If you actually look at like different cultures, let's say what culture do you come from?
I'm Punjabi.
Okay, so within the Punjabi culture, you have caste systems that
Yeah.
basically suppress people, which are your own people.
Yeah.
So it's basically kind of like in the sense where, like, if I give you guys a scenario, imagine there's kids on a playground, and then there's kids on the sandbox, and the kids on the playground are like, hey, you guys can't come on the playground. That's the first stage of being like racist. The second stage is the kids on the playground are now saying, hey, you're too short, or you don't belong here, whatever it is. That's the second stage. Because that's the thing. What I'm trying to say is that originally it was the original people on the jungle gym, right, on the playground, and now all of a sudden they're suppressing their own people.
Would that not be considered discrimination instead of racism?
Well, that's what I'm
If
trying to say.
their
It's
own people?
that's what I'm trying to say. It's more tribalism because people like to kind of like
Segregate?
segregate certain people even within their own
Is
culture.
that also not dictatorship?
No, dictatorship is more like.
Trying to rule, like, to become, like, the more superior?
I think that's where people. That's what I mean. I think that's where like humans in general are honestly constantly trying to suppress each other and trying to gain more power, even within their own culture, even within
Yeah.
their own people, right?
Just people in general.
Like you ever
Humans
ask
in general.
like you ever ask people like when you talk about certain things, like you'll be like, oh, never trust Italian people even though they're Italian themselves,
Yeah.
or like or they'll be like never trust like Punjabi people even though they're Punjabi themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you ever
Is that
cause
considered racism, or is it just, like,
that's why I guys asked you guys, do you believe racism is
I think it's like
is real?
bias.
Do you guys believe racism is
Racism exists. I have nothing more to say than
That's
that.
an easy. That's like,
Like,
an
I don't
easy-
even understand how this
that's
is
like
a
the easiest
question right
answer
now.
question
Yes.
ever.
but what I'm trying to say to you guys is that is it racism or is it tribalism? That's what I'm trying to
Racism and tribalism.
Yeah.
It's every
Bigotry
blood
and
clot thing.
isms.
Okay, and that's what my question was, is like, you know, falling back on that is like, I also believe that to a certain degree, yes, racism is true. But can I ask you guys another question now? Do you guys believe minorities pull the racist card?
Some of them do.
It exists,
it's
so the
different.
card gets
Some of
pulled.
them do a lot. Like, it's insane.
But do you guys believe in that though? Do you believe that
I do.
Like some people like
Definitely
overuse
something
it.
that- I mean,
Yeah.
for sure. You can't say that some people don't, for sure.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away
What
that
did
it
you say?
exists.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying
My brain hurts.
I'm saying
Harder question.
do people but I'm saying is do individuals use that card to take higher advantage?
Yes.
in whatever they're doing.
I have a neighbor. I know she's stealing everybody's packages. Oh gosh. And she's black. And one of my other neighbors was cussing her out, saying, "I know you stole my package," and she tried to pull the black card. It's because I'm black.
Oh,
I
wow.
damn near poked my head. I'm like, bitch, you know you stole them damn packages. Don't use our color.
Wow.
So yes, people for sure use the card when it's unwarranted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my God.
yeah, I agree with that. I would say that like people, especially like minorities, I would say definitely pull that racist card because, especially when they don't get their way, they're like, oh, the fucking white person didn't like me because it's
Yeah.
they're racist,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It definitely happens.
People blame people for things sometimes.
So do you believe that most people just inherently don't want to take fault in anything they do?
Yes.
They rather blame other
100%.
individuals
A lot of people play the victim role.
A lot of people play victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in terms of like anything they want in life? They
Yeah,
play
entitlement.
entitlement. I don't know if that's entitlement. That's more so
Well,
like
some people when they're always like, I'm not wrong, you're wrong. Like he thinks he's entitled that he's not wrong, and he's like, I'm right and you're wrong. So that's I think it's entitlement too.
Goes
Like,
back
you
to
know?
the accountability word. Some people just don't want to
Yeah.
take accountability sometimes.
Thank you.
yeah.
'Cause I think it's easier to blame someone than to admit to yourself that
You're
are
wrong.
wrong. Yeah.
Or something, yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree with you on that because that's how most people are, right? It's
Yeah.
easier to blame others and look at yourself and like,
Yeah.
because self-reflection is very difficult,
Initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Which is why self-pity is actually a very dangerous thing because
Yeah.
self-pity is like it's very addicting because you feel sorry for yourself, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, we're gonna end the podcast. Any last thoughts that you guys might have?
Racism exists.
Take everything we said with a grain of salt, you know? 'Cause
Anything else you guys that might have? Last thoughts?
Oh God.
No, I enjoy talking with you guys. You know,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
fun.
this was fun.
Yeah,
was
thank you
fun.
for having us.
Okay. Well, anyways, guys, you guys can subscribe on YouTube, Rumble, find us on TikTok, Instagram, all platforms, all
unless you're
media,
sending
everything
DMs,
else.
don't.
Yeah.
And check out my music, Star Status,
Goes down
on
in
all
the
on all
DM.
platforms.
Delete your Instagram.
Take care, guys.